Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
Single best idea, and on a Friday, things can change. One of the huge advantages Paul and I have in terms of just looking at the market, equities, bonds, currencies, commodities, is a thing called Bloomberg Launchpad. That's a software. It's on the terminal. You can only get it if you're a terminal user. But the terminal is sort of separate, and then you bring up this separate package which can customize and show you any data you want in equities, bonds, currencies, commodities. It's phenomenal. When I say, OMG, Turkish lira, it's almost to 40, I'm getting that off USDTRY, which is a symbol, and I'm getting that off the Bloomberg Launchpad. And the Bloomberg Launchpad pulses. It's got red and green, and it has a cadence. This morning, it was sleepy third week of August, fourth week of August cadence. And then it was not. And, of course, that was a presidential tweet on China. Thank you to Enda Kern in Washington for giving us wonderful perspective of how China will respond to the fury of the President of the United States over the tariff trade discussions with the Pacific Rim and with China. We started out with Seema Shah in London with Principal Asset Management. Seema Shah here on how the continent and how the city, how London looks at the Mag 7.
I think we're just as obsessed with it as the US is. When we're talking to investors in the UK, it's the same kind of questions. They're obsessed with the big tech trade. They want to know if it's something which is going to persist, or is it something which is maybe run its course. But if you're looking at it again over a longer term perspective, you don't see that investors are losing much interest. They're just looking for what is the buying opportunity. When can we really buy the dip if there is going to be another dip?
Seema Shah, Principal Asset Management, a lot on tech. Thank you so much to Dan Ives, particularly this week, for his perspective on NVIDIA and other worthies as well. Joining us as well, Greg Boutle with BNP Paribas. He's different. He's an equity strategist, but it's really wrapped around derivative dynamics and use of derivatives to support a stock market belief. He's very big right now on hedging, where you own a stock and you write a call, and write means you WRITE, write like with a pencil. You bring in premium, which adds to your return immediately, and the price of that is you give up any ginormous upside value down the road. Here, Greg Boutle on option writing.
I think you have to think about what are the risks that you are worried about. What are you trying to hedge? Is it more idiosyncratic, stock specific, or are we looking for more macro hedges? We've been talking more about looking at macro hedges, but going a little bit out the term structure, out to see the September expiry, where we think some of the macro weakness could start to manifest a little bit more. I think the small and mid caps, so the Russell, IWM. If you want to be nakedly short the market, then you have to be willing to accept the risk that comes with it. For us, we think there is better risk reward profile in putting on hedges on the downside, owning optionality, than there is naked short selling.
In tumultuous times, Greg Boutle there trying to make a little more income. We say good morning to you across the nation and around the world. A major shout out and a real theme of mine into June of this year is I completely underestimate the audience of Sirius XM. It's old technology. It's not fancy digital, but it is a wow that we see the response to what we're doing on Sirius XM channel 120 at 1. We're on YouTube. Subscribe to Bloomberg Podcasts and out at YouTube Podcasts. This is Single Best Idea.